Welcome to Captain of Industry. I got 4,000 hours in Satisfactory. What you're about to see is going to be something other than that level of expertise. Let's try New Haven. Game difficulty, we'll stick with Captain. The sailor hat just looks sad. Increase resource consumption. Oh no, no, oh no. No, no. We're going to go with standard, but we're going to use realism plus plus. We're going to go with Jaysland. Jaysland for sure. And we'll play on the all caps whoisjaybugg. Now, I've had a couple of test games of this, and they've all ended in tears. So we'll see. One of these times, we're likely to figure this out. Our ship took a lot of damage fighting this awesome island. And it is an awesome island. Alright. I think I'm gonna go lots of belts and lots of construction. First thing I'm gonna do, research labs. Let's go 4. That's a lot. But we're going to go 4. I'm going to try to knock this initial research out real quick. And then we're going to do what we're told and plant a few farms. They only want 1 farm, but 2 farms is better. Then we're going to tell our tree harvester I want to get the trees here, but I also want to make the coal over here. I guess I'll take these trees out of the way. I'd hate to waste them by building over them. We'll just take this little center section as well. And then down here, as part of kind of the first item in our factory, let's put in coal. We'll put it over here. ×2. And then you do have to put in some cases, your own waste. This case, we'll just say 1 smokestack for both. It seems like that's just like being pedantic, but it's actually pretty cool that you can do that kind of stuff. I think we're ready to run. Now, to get us started, there's an abandoned communication station that has a bunch of scrap and a good number of concrete slabs. We're going to use that as the basis of our starting. And then I'm going to get the... I'm going to get the captain's office first. Then we're going to get the beacon. Then we're going to get more trucks. Basic concrete. Basic diesel. Then we'll pile through to construction level 2, dock repair, ramps for vehicles, terrain leveling, blueprints. And this we still can use the same first level research, so we should jump through to get Belts and lifts. Crop rotation. Double back for irrigated farms. Triple back for vegetation to get vegetables. Then we'll get the ability to plant our own plants, our own trees, I should say. Settlement water, improved housing options, advanced logistical controls. Then we'll just take the rest of this stuff. And then once we hit this, we've got to use materials to continue our research. But all that other stuff we can complete just with power. And I say that because we don't have power. I'm going to connect this power kind of near here. I only need one to get us started, so let's just start there. We're going to use Unity to deliver things faster so we can just build a little quicker. We're going to speed the game up a little bit here. All of our potatoes are in the exact location where we don't want potatoes. Oh, okay. The potatoes moved over there. So then we'll just delete this and then add another potato. So this is the food market, and currently the food market can handle one product. And currently the only product we have are potatoes. We're going to assign 2 trucks to that tree harvester. So that tree harvester is going to cut down a tree, load it onto this pickup. And then the pickup is going to take it over to, in my guess, to our coal burners. And then we're going to turn those trees into coal. Do I have... I need a captain's... I need to get the captain's office. Okay, that's what we're currently researching. Do I have the control tower available yet? Not yet. Still waiting on that. Food production, more food and construction materials. You have to complete these goals. Well, I have to complete them to have any hope. Maybe you're just so good you don't need to complete the goals, but for me, if I don't complete the goals, it's just going to be instantaneously super sad. Do I have storage yet? Ugh, I'm waiting on all the stuff. I want to build this housing. I know there's a goal to extend the housing. So we can get that done. We got the blast furnace situation started. We know that there's iron up here that they want us to mine. Do I want to temporarily put something here? Do I want to mine and sort it and bring it down here? I think the answer is no to that second question. So we should just go ahead and... Yeah, we still don't have access to the mine control tower, so we can't work anything. Captain's office, though, that's something. Let's get this building in place so we can put in some edicts. A long-standing mechanic. Okay. We don't have iron. Oh boy. We may be locking ourselves out. Trading dock is after the vehicles and mining. We don't have iron though. How did our tree harvester get stuck inside of here? If it's gonna get stuck, it shouldn't allow me to put it in. Trading dock. That's gonna take wood. Might add a third pickup truck to this, just so we're never waiting for wood to get cut down. Let's start smelting. Though technically, I don't have the control tower. There we go. We'll say we want to mine in this area. Then we'll use the mining designation. 3 is kind of my favorite level. Everything's kind of at level 3. So we'll mine this mountain down to level 3. That's a huge start. And then we'll have the ore sorting plant right about here. Of course, we then need to have the vehicles so we can make an excavator. Like that. pretty sure they're not going to let me trade with the village until we actually have the dock. I could borrow a bunch of construction materials. Just jumpstart this process. Construction parts, we're going to take a loan over 50 years. And we're going to take as many as you'll give us. Not enough unity. Oh, we've got 36 workers. We can pause the unity for a bit. Well, we need to get... Oh, this one, we can't use Unity to speed up the process. Unity basically just delivers... If you use it for buildings, it delivers all the stuff that you need to make that building. Then there's a small... Let's turn off auto assign and manually assign. Dirt. Rock. Iron ore. And then once you've got this shaken out, we gotta send it to the blast furnace. Smokestack on this side. And then metal casters. Okay. And then we need to get the molten channel. Let's see if we can whip all this into construction. We just don't have a ton of unity right now. This guy, we want to have them process ore and scrap. Scrap is better. It takes less coal and it doesn't have slag. And it has less pollution. Let's make an excavator, and then we typically put... It can go under transports that are height 2 or higher. Oh, okay. Good to know. Once I get storage... That'll be a good place to hold our wood. Purchase a concrete slab for iron. So we're still not at that point, somehow. We need to get the small excavator built. It's short on iron. Okay. Oh, wow. They're not going to let us buy iron. We could be in trouble. We could get coal up there, and we could get... Alright, we can make this happen. We just have to focus. This is going to go over here, so we'll send this in here, anticipation. This guy... Just make it the highest level. We've got coal lying around somewhere. Our settlement is full of trash. Problem solved. Speaking of trash, we should probably make a little bit of a jetty for some future cargo bay activities. You've got copper scrap? No, we want iron scrap. That's why we're having trouble. Iron looks like copper to me. It's okay. Copper is extraordinarily green in this game. Now we're finally turning and burning some iron. waste dumping completed. So they want us to designate a dumping zone. We did that. They wanted us to produce some iron. We did that. That's going to give us a good chunk of materials to move forward with. Purchase a concrete slab using iron. We need this guy to hurry up and make some iron for us. Of course, while he's up there, these guys are also taking stuff back to use for construction materials, no doubt. Construction parts. That quest should be done here soon. We got the conveyor belts. All right, let's do this trade so we can get credit for this. Trade iron for concrete slab. Done. Trading. That's more construction parts, more slabs. Make construction parts gives you more construction parts and vehicle parts. And wood. All extremely welcome. And now we can start the excavation process. We'll put 2 trucks on that. Ideally, we would tell this guy to start digging this out. It would get sent back to this ore sorter. Then the ore sorter would dump it into here. We might want to try to make a ramp up to this other area so we can kind of unlock this plateau. Because there's a lot of good stuff up here. Water and coal, more iron, more water. I don't even know what gold. Okay, there's gold in them hills. Some limestone over there. Lots of options. All right, looks like we're making a little bit of iron. Once we get the belts in place, I'm going to want to get those belts connecting to things. But we're a little ways away from that right now. But I think we should start the process. That's 1 belt out. 2 belts in, 3 belts in, 4 belts in. We need this next level construction materials so we can make conveyor belts. Where did I put the maintenance? Maintenance depot. And then they want an assembly to build parts. So I think I will do that. We'll set you to parts. This takes 12, so we need 2 of these for 1 electrical. We need more workers. Let's turn the beacon back on. Welcome all the refugees. And then let's also adopt a couple. 10 unity. We'll spend 8 unity to get 8. So now it looks like we only need 1 more person. What's going on? Not enough workers to run the beacon. Painful. Especially when it only takes 1 worker. So now I need to get a good chunk of iron down here. I think everything above these including these coal burners, semi-permanent. Everything below, definitely temporary. Let's see how we're doing on the iron mine. The one time I go to check in, it's probably trying to grab some gas. Iron ore mining, done. Electrical and construction materials, done. We need to process 24 iron ore. And we can build a house. We've got wood. We've got 8 conveyor belts. I'm going to connect it here so our guys who are making wood can continue to have a place to drop the fruits of their labor. The plan is to have everything basically interact with warehouses out here. I need loose storage. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Oh, it's giving me the business because I'm turning this the wrong way. All right, so now we're filling up on coal. And then I'm kind of tempted to take a separate pit like this to connect all this to wood. Like so. Population growth completed. Vehicle parts and potatoes. Not enough unity to keep the beacon going, but we have 21 workers, so we can hold off on that. Maybe get a little unity going. Okay. Irrigated farms. So we could bring in crop rotation to sort of help with the fertilization levels. And once we get vegetation, we'll feather in some vegetables as well. Alright, we've automated wood to coal, coal to storage. We've automated wood to construction materials, construction parts. Let me try to use the right names for things. Now they want us to dump slag. That's easy. All we have to do is go up here. We have to go up here and make a slag bucket first, I guess. So maybe it's a little more difficult than I planned, but not by much. And then we'll tell it to keep empty if above 80. Don't even want it to be half full. And we've got a place to do our dumping right here. Yeah. Most games you can't look straight up. Okay, let's see. We've got a few. Let me keep trading. For concrete slabs. Try to keep the concrete slab side of things going. The iron is the most likely to be used in other things. The concrete slabs, we're probably okay. Just adding these to the bus here. And that to me means lifting. We've got the lifts. Flat lift. Flip it. Let's do another lift, and we'll just put it right here. And then we'll copy this, and we'll just direct this directly into there. Have this guy go all the way down. So that would... Oh, wait a minute. Why is that on the ground? Because I connected it to the wrong side. Rework. Right there. Perfect. Alright, so now we just have to wait for this stuff to kick in. I think a nice output for and we'll just output all of our construction parts directly into this. That way we have construction parts that we can use ourselves, and then we can split half directly into additional construction. Oh, this guy's trapped inside. He won't drive through a plan of a belt. Go ahead. There we go. Everything's good. Have we not dumped slag yet? What's going on? Keep filling this coal bucket until it's at 100, and then we'll use the loose to directly... Why are you complaining on both sides of this? Weird. Alright, so that dump slag should be finishing up here pretty soon. Store iron in a unit storage. Oh, you know, that's my favorite thing to do. Not enough products. We need 6 more construction parts. Ooh. Oh. We need to get this part of the belt built. And we can dump all this wonderful construction parts directly into the construction part storage. How have we not dumped that slag yet? My guess is it's not going to do it until there's at least a full load. Let me drop this down so we can get that going as soon as possible. Stockpile products. Good stockpile of various things. I'll take that 100 wood. We're surprisingly short on wood. All right, let's get this fully automated. And then I think we'll call it. Fully automating our construction parts is a self-imposed goal. And then we gotta lift it again. Yeah, I would put it here, but that's not going to work. It needs to be... Ooh, looks like the very initial thought is the problem. We'll see later if we actually need access to the concrete. We need to keep these ratios relatively close. Iron gives us free diesel and free vehicle parts. Establish a limestone mine. I like this idea. We'll dig it all down to level 3, and then we will edit the area to fully encapsulate that. Then while we know we need it, before we can use it, let's get a couple more vehicles in place. Got to get electronics pen so we can see how much electronics we have in play. It's actually a halfway decent amount. 10 Mark II construction parts just to get the lift done. Not cheap. I'd love to get this little piece of this done, but let's work on one other thing. Well, maybe we should call it. Well, we could probably get this rainwater harvester piece done. See if we can squeeze this in. And then I'm going to want some liquid storage. And then a simple pipe. Hey, free water's good water. $30 wood to complete this last one. That's actually pretty tightly placed. Output is full, so we're making more maintenance than we need. Until it suddenly decides we need way more maintenance than we're making. We need 9? It's insane. Okay, but see, if I make a huge amount more of that, we'll have no construction materials for anything else. So then we need to expand our construction materials. This one takes 6 basics, and one of these makes 6 basics. So it's basically 1-to-1 support mechanism. Let me set this to electronics. That'll be the connection for fully automating our construction parts too. Once we get this fully automated, we still need 10 more construction part 2. I could boost this. And now we could trade some iron. The more you click it in rapid succession, the more expensive it gets. You get 2 clicks usually before the price increases. I think this is in the ballpark at this point. These are all connected by belt. We just need to drop everything off happily. And then we would be in a really good spot. Advanced logistics. How many more things do we have? We got a good chunk still left to go. I think I'm going to bring on a few more people. And let's do some exploration. Oh, we got to repair this thing so we can start fueling our ship. All right, we got that fully connected now. Now we just need to get in here and make this kiln happen. I don't think this is going to be our end-all be-all location for concrete. But I do think it makes sense to kind of keep this close. We have iron plates locally, we just don't have any concrete. We're gonna have to keep trading with the village for concrete until we get that supply looking a little better. We're gonna start mining limestone, though we're gonna need another ore shaker. We started mining limestone, we built the kiln, it's connected to Rainwater. We just need construction materials. Now, construction materials are mostly hindered by pickup has no place to drop. Yeah, I can't drop here because it's not built yet. If I bought a bunch of construction material, what would I do with it? I mean, a couple more pickups probably wouldn't hurt. We need at least 80, 50, so 200 if they'll allow us to make another loan for construction parts. 180 for keeping us on a tight leash. If I can get this kiln done, that should give us a completion bonus. First, we have to make a concrete slab. I say everybody gets their own smokestack today. Do we have, if I look at the basic, and if I go to, let's say U-shape, the loose stuff, balancer, connector, connects multiple conveyor belts and distributes produce between them. Distributes products between controlled conveyor belts. Right, but it doesn't, I can't send everything down a belt and then sort it in real time. That might be the smart conveyor routing. Allows to sort selected products to a separate port. That's what I'm looking for. And, oh, I was hoping we'd be able to calmly and coolly connect. That's a mess. Let's see if we can get a little closer. Then we'll turn it. Then we'll drop down to level 2. Then we'll come in nice and calm. No wacky belt configurations. Perfect. And we actually have the materials, but not the unity to pull that off. I guess I need to turn the beacon off again just so we can store up some unity. And we've got 31 people available for work. And they managed to build it without me intervening anyway. Okay, so this will just be a little backdoor kiln for now. Ooh, construction material, concrete slabs and free vehicle parts. Always welcome. Normally I like going into the storage sector, but if this backs up, then somebody can drive it around the corner into the storage sector. All I need now is 30 more construction parts. And I think we'll have that set up. So I think that's a good place to stop. Where are we on liquid dump, copper ore? Okay. So synthetic rubber and diesel production, that is actually a really good next step. Oh man, getting these supplied is like harder than actually getting them built and connected. Port D is iron ore. We'll just connect it straight through. We'll let the internal storehouse of the ore sorter be the buffer. And actually there's another buffer on this side too. Output full. We actually have a completely full situation over here. But hey, we are making concrete slabs. The only other thing we have left to do Are you still cutting trees down? Do I need to find another one of these? I feel like they're not cutting trees fast enough. Yeah, we only have one tree harvester. Let's call it there. We've added a tree harvester. We'll also add 2 pickups to support it. Really trying to get this to automate nicely. As this gets going, it's 36 per. I don't have a stat on how much we're roughly making. Oh. Per 60 seconds, 20. So yeah, there's room here. Once all this gets going. I think the last thing I'll do, I've said it, that's the last thing I'll do 14 times. Is let's just get this connected. I think the lift is the way to go here. And then we'll just connect you all the way over here. Why are you giving that shape? Oh, because you have to go around to get in. That's fine. Can't get through, huh? All right, go ahead. It says 2, but what it means is 3. Oh, wait. A lift is by default only 1. Just making sure you can actually get out of there. Okay, when that's done, this wood will go in here, turn to coal. This coal will go in this hopper. It'll then come out of here and get turned into concrete slabs with the addition of this limestone that gets put into here from this limestone mine using this rainwater collector as its additional ingredient. Yeah, so we could be making construction slabs more efficiently once we get this belt in place. This is making 15 coal. Yeah, this is only consuming 6. A pickup is complaining that they have no fuel. Well, for good reason. There's no fuel. Let's make a trade with a village. Oh, they want 80 coal. Oh boy. Boy, I am finding ways to make this harder than it needs to be. We'll borrow a little diesel for next video. Once we get this construction level 2 done, then all will be lacking. Really, I think we just need more pickup trucks, or we need to just bite the bullet here and put a giant belt from all the way up there into this main construction or main production area. But that's intense even for me. I'll have to think about it and we'll decide in the next video. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. We'll see you next time.